Okay, this is our historical case study about the history of BYU Idaho. Andrew, thanks for meeting with me today. It's good to have you here.
Yeah.
So, what's going on, man?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out things with college.
Mm.
You know, I really want to go to BYU Idaho. BYU, Brigham Young University. Not BYU Idaho. But I got denied acceptance. So I went to this community college. I'm currently attending this community college close by. The thing is, though, that it's pretty expensive. And also, I'm kind of in a rut. I don't know why. I want to understand why these problems are happening. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of, like, I don't know where to go. I don't have a relationship with my teachers. It's hard for me to focus sometimes in class. Lots of students and things.
And you're going to the local college here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
it's local. So, I mean, you get to live here, close by at home, but yeah, it's not what I had intended, not what I wanted, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So you're kind of just trying to get by until you can go to BYU.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm
Okay.
hoping I can continue here and reapply to BYU and get in, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's tough because BYUI is a great school. And from talking to you before, you had good grades. You had great score on your ACT, so that's tough.
Yeah, like I did so good, and I was matching a lot of the students who were applying, or excelling some of them. But I guess it's just not what the school's looking for.
Well, I think though it's smart, not only that you want to go to BYU, but a CES school, because there's definitely some benefits in those schools. So you mentioned you're having some problems. You said your teachers aren't very helpful.
Yeah.
You don't feel that one-on-one. Do you feel like that's making things pretty challenging?
I think so.
Okay.
What I was hoping is to be able to get to know my teachers, but also have them there, like, for when I need them. Because, like, as it is right now, if I have a question in class, sometimes it doesn't get answered, or I don't get to go after class to my teacher and talk to them.
So you want it to be more than just someone who lectures you
Yeah.
a couple times a week. You want it to be someone you can learn from, really. Okay. Yeah, I think that's important. I think that's how all schools should be run. But you run into some problems at universities, especially universities outside of the CES system, because they almost seem to run them like a business with an intent to make money, to gain prestige in the world of universities. And so the teachers, they make more money off of research than they do teaching. So for them, and I think any of us would be this way, though they may love teaching, where they can support their family and make money from is doing research. And so naturally, that's where their focus will lie. Yeah. And so it's hard as an undergraduate student to get their attention because they need students who are going to help them do research, help them make money. And so as an undergraduate student, to them, I don't want to say a waste of time, but it's not such a valuable use of time to them. They aren't invested in your personal progression.
Yeah.
Whereas at a CS school like BYU or even BYU Idaho, they're more invested in that. So does that kind of make sense how the teachers feel about things?
Yeah, so you're saying that teachers at this school, they focus on research because that's where they can make the most money. And then teaching is just kind of like a side.
Yeah.
Instead of the main focus.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So when you get into a graduate program, it becomes a little bit different because if you're in their program, you can help them research.
Yeah.
And so them spending time with you, answering your questions becomes a benefit to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, what were some of your other concerns?
So, well, the cost here is expensive, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So why, I guess initially, why do you think that is compared to CS schools like BYU, Idaho, which are a lot cheaper? Why do you think the school you're attending is more expensive?
Well, I know that at least BYU Idaho doesn't really have athletics, like competitive athletics, but this school does. I'm sure that takes a lot of the money and the resources
Okay.
away from that. Also, though, maybe there's more students applying to this school, so they just use the price as a way to make money.
As a filter.
Yeah.
Okay, and make money. Yeah, I think those are right, because if you look at BYU Idaho, I think they do save a lot of money not having sports programs. And your current school, they spend a lot of money keeping up the football teams, basketball teams. They spend a lot of money in scholarships for the players, different things to get them to come to the school. And so that's your money that they're using. And the school, also the CS schools, they're subsidized by tithing. So that takes a large part of it out. So you're only paying a small part of what your schooling would actually cost. But also BYU and BYU Idaho, they're focused on you. They want to help you, Andrew. And they're not worried as much about having the best looking schools, the best credit out there, unless it helps you as a student. And whereas your university, everything they do is to make them a better university, not you a better student or you a better person. Whereas the CES system's philosophy is different, where everything they do is to make you a better student in the end.
Okay.
So cost, the teachers, everything, your school's spending a ton of money to become the best looking university it can be, not necessarily the best for you. And so as students, you're paying and you're going to school there to get an education, but ultimately they want that because it helps them as a university grow and look more prestigious.
Okay. So my school wants to look good more than help me to be a better student.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems kind of backwards to me, but
right, yeah. And like we talked about with research, and it might not be all just about looking good, but they want to contribute to fields of science or mathematics and different things that make them look, like I said, good. Whereas, helping, just another college student doesn't necessarily add to their reputation.
Yeah. So. Okay. That makes sense. I can kind of see why these problems are, and what I can do with them, and I can maybe make things better for myself.
Make things better, yeah. And so you're struggling to get into BYU right now. I guess, what do you plan on doing? Because you want to stay here a couple semesters, but what if you still don't get in at that point?
That's a good question. I don't know. I guess I could apply to the other BYUs. They just don't all have the same programs, but it'd still be good. It'd be cheaper than here. More student focused. So that definitely helped me. Other than that, I'm not like 100% sure.
100% sure. Yeah. And what about, do you feel like this school is like enabling you to get accepted into BYU, or do you think it's almost hindering you?
Oh, my current school. Yeah. So I feel like it's trying to remember if you said anything, but I feel like it's more of, right now it's more of like a hindrance, because I'm not able to really progress as much as I would want. But also on the other hand, I could possibly get involved in some research that could help me, get into BYU.
That is true. It is difficult as an undergraduate student to get involved in that. But I think that's something to consider because, well, just the idea in general that this school might not be helping you to get into BYU, because if they're not helping you get better grades and do better, then over time, that might hinder you. So consider other avenues. But thanks, Andrew, for meeting with me today.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. Have a good one.